Hey everybody, it's Jen. I know it's been a really long time since I made my last vlog, and I'm really sorry about that. Um, I don't want to take any time at all making excuses for why I haven't vlogged, because the truth is, I don't have any excuses. I am vlogging from outside today. It's a little chilly, but I decided to take the puppy outside to play, and he's now jumping up on my lap. Anyway, I had a very specific reason why I wanted to make this vlog today, so I just kind of want to get right into it. First of all, though, thanks to the few new people who've subscribed to my channel, and also, sorry, I'm outside and I've never vlogged out here, so I'm just making sure like none of the neighbors can hear. Also, I just want to say thank you to those who have been providing support for me on Facebook. If you are friends with me on Facebook, then you saw a couple of nights ago I posted a status about my best friend announcing that she's expecting her first child. I am super excited for her despite the feelings that I'm feeling inside. I am not quite sure how to react, and so that's why I wanted to make this vlog. Finding out your best friend is pregnant. Something kind of snapped inside of me the other day when I got her notice that she is pregnant. And when I say notice, I mean she announced it on Facebook, and that's how I found out. And I think maybe that ultimately is what really hurt my feelings, is that I just read it on Facebook the same as everybody else would read the announcement from an acquaintance or whatever. She's also been going through infertility for 3 years, and this is her first pregnancy. So we've had several conversations. They live out of state, so we don't see them very often, her and her husband. But when we do see them, we talk a lot about what it's like to be a couple struggling with infertility, and what frustrations we experience, how it makes us angry, how it's easy for some people who don't even want kids to have them, sort of thing. And it's great to have, friends to bounce things off of. But one of the things that her and I had personally discussed, when we'd sit down and have a talk about what it was like to be a wife going through infertility, not being able to give your husband the one thing you feel you should, we'd talk about how our Facebook walls, we used to hate when we'd log into Facebook and read another pregnancy update, or it seems like everybody was announcing their pregnancies, and we were finding out in this way, and how, especially in the case of really good friends and family, we just kind of found like it was really insensitive, that they should have taken a couple of minutes and sent a separate text message or a separate Facebook message, or better yet, told us over the phone or in person if they could, about the news. Just because, when you're going through infertility, it's hard enough without refreshing your Facebook wall and reading these updates constantly every day. Not to mention, seeing people out in public every day who are pregnant. And I want to make it clear that I am not resenting those that are pregnant. Obviously, that's the ultimate goal for everyone that is going through infertility, is ultimately for this journey to end in a pregnancy. So I am by no means implying that I resent those who've gotten pregnant. But like I was saying, she announced it on Facebook, and that's how I found out. So given our conversations, it really surprised me that she didn't take that extra step that we'd always talked about needing and wanting, and tell me personally. Obviously not in person since we don't live near each other, but just to give me a phone call or even a text message and just say, heads up, we're expecting our first child, and I wanted you to be the first to know, or one of the first to know, or I wanted to tell you personally because I know how infertility has affected us, and I don't want to be that insensitive person in your life. So the fact that she didn't take that time, I guess, was really, really upsetting to me, and I just wish that we could go back and redo the whole moment. It's really windy. A couple hours after she made this announcement and I found out, she did send my husband a message on his cell phone and just say, is Jen upset with me? And he said, I don't know, you better talk to her. It was just a difficult night because I was expecting that when they finally did announce that they were pregnant, that I would be elated for them and just so excited and happy. And instead, I remember being frustrated, just flat out, honestly, just pissed off. I was so upset, not at the fact that she's pregnant, but that, we've been trying for even longer and it still hasn't happened for us, and that they technically weren't even trying, that they had just taken a break. And it just happened, and it was a good oops, but it was an oops sort of thing. So I was just really floored by it. Like, nothing could have shocked me more. And so that alone heightened my emotions. But then, you know, once the whole thing hit me, I just started bawling. And I remember, like, telling my husband why I was so upset. And he just didn't get it. And I remember thinking to myself, if I can't talk about it to my best friend because she's the one who this just happened to, and I can't talk to my husband, who can I talk to? And I just remember feeling so alone that night. And the reality of how long we've been trying to conceive really just kind of hit me. And it was like, gosh, is this ever going to happen for us? Are we ever going to get our turn? Or am I ever going to be pregnant? And so, yeah, I just dealt with it in a way that I'm really shocked with. And I know I posted an update about it on Facebook. And a couple girls commented and said it's totally normal for it to sting this much. And I really appreciate those of you who said that. But really the reason I wanted to make this vlog is because I just kind of wanted to vent, first of all, because I really haven't had a chance to process these emotions. And I guess I'm doing better today because I'm not breaking down and crying. But I wanted to know, like, what, if you have any recommendations for me, or if you can just share your story with me. If you're one of those women who found out that your friend is expecting, and maybe you didn't find out in exactly the terms as me, or maybe your friend wasn't struggling with infertility too, but what did you do to kind of, like, get through that moment? Was it difficult for you, or did you just experience joy, or what did you find worked for you in terms of dealing with the feelings that came about? Were you able to just talk to your friend about it and tell her that it hurt you, or did you kind of have to stuff it down inside? Because I think that's what I've been doing for so long with all of my feelings about infertility, ever since we decided to take this break. I've just kind of taken the attitude like, oh, I love this break, it's been great, and I'm getting so much done, and I'm focusing on myself, and you know, everyone should take a break. But really deep down, I'm starting to realize that I'm done with the break thing. We want to try to get pregnant. We're not getting any younger. I'm going to be 27. My husband just turned 31. We're done with the break. So I just, yeah, I wanted to know, because I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes something about springtime just really brings about the emotions that come along with infertility and the desire to be a mother. I really, maybe it's Mother's Day and Easter with all the cute Easter clothes. I don't know what it is, but every spring I just keep hoping, you know, this is going to be my spring that I'm going to find out that I'm expecting. And I always just thought, you know, in the pit of my stomach, that I would find out in the springtime that I was expecting, and I always just kind of hoped for that. But with such irregular cycles, I really don't have that hope right now, and maybe that's also why it stings. But I just kind of wanted to know, like, if you have any suggestions for me on how to deal with the frustration, how to channel it into other things, how did you deal with it? Because really, like I said, I have no one to bounce these feelings off of, and right now I just kind of feel like a crazy, jealous, psycho biatch. So if you could just give me some pointers, and just, even if you just want to share your story with me about what it was like for you, I would really, really appreciate that. If you could just, if you want to do it in a comment, you can, but I would love a video response. I really would. I'm not going to turn it into a tag or anything, but I find lately that watching YouTube videos is really helping me to kind of decompress, and finding other women that are going through the same thing as me. I know that trying to conceive community here on YouTube has really changed over the last year, because so many women who were in it are now, you know, either expecting or just recently had their first child. So I don't really know some of the new people that are in the TTC community. So if you're seeing this video and I'm not subscribed to you, let me know in the comments below. But like I said, I would love a video response. I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to hear your story and just kind of compare notes, and maybe not feel so alone in this whole thing. So if you could take the time to do that for me, I would really, really appreciate it. To all of the people watching this video, thank you so much for your support, and I will be making another vlog soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.